Oh, this is good. Okay, so me again. So this has been personally for myself, this has been a like transformational day. I don't feel like I would have intersected with so many different countries and different disciplines if I had not come here. So what is learned here, like we're gonna do our like reflections and then call to action. So we saw these before, right? And I know you all were like dialoguing, and then I cut you off and then dispersed you to your workshops. But we wanted to revisit these and let's really talk about that actionable change. And so your computer's so much different than mine. So, so thinking about that actionable change, like what are those practical steps or commitments? So we deal with big problems, right? But a lot of times you think you have to break it down. Like start small, build the momentum, make the connections, etc. So what practical steps or commitments can you or your organization take to ensure AI is used to reduce disparities and not reinforce them? Simply put, I think that one, kind of flows into the next one. There's a lot of overlap, but let's talk about, because we're going to talk about for about 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes, and then we're going to come back. So just like we did before, we can do like, I go to church, and it's like, turn to your neighbor kind of situation. Let's talk about it. So, two people, like the one who's next to you, turn to them, and let's talk about practical steps or commitments can you or your organization take to ensure that AI is used to reduce disparities and not reinforce them? Or something else that came up, but action. Okay? All right. Talk. Okay, so unfortunately, but fortunately, now it's time to share across the room. And so we're going to invite maybe like 2 or 3 people, given the time, for reflections. Any insights that you talked about that you want to share with the collective? Y'all are shy now? Like, and maybe, no, I really think that it's after a long day and we're about to go to our respective organizations and communities, that this is the opportunity in which shared decisions, shared information, that we can, we can take it on ourselves and also include that into the conversation. So I don't want it to be a missed opportunity. So I'm going to encourage maybe like 2 people. Okay, thank you.
Oh, one of the things I learned today was I watched a lot of people use the language of I'm trying to do this or I'm attempting to do this instead of saying I am doing this. And that was very moving to me because it helped me realize that if I use that language, it'll help me be a little bit more skeptical of my own work. And in other words, see the spaces for improvement in the work that I'm doing. So that's something I want to try and adopt as I go forward.
Thank you. Anyone else? Everybody's tired? All right. So I think I'll share one thing. Inside of our workshop, there was one particular, no, she's not here right now, but she shared about her experience and her frustration and things that she wanted to change, right? And it was dealing with fertility and the challenges and the burden and the heaviness, right? By her sharing, and I was like, oh, I'm actually working on the algorithm in a company and an app for that. So if she had not shared, I would not have gotten connected to her. She's a coder. She knows all these different things, so we're going to connect offline. And I think, yeah, looks like everybody's inner reflections. Oh, one more.
Say something that you said, Katia, that today seemed to be a lot about actually just health equity in general. AI is an important part of that for the future, but I wanted to give you credit just for like how acknowledging how hungry we are, I think, to talk about the injustices that we've personally faced and from where we come from in our disciplines about, big picture, how to solve it if possible, or just to engage on it.
Thank you so much. So I think now is the time I'm going to pass it off to my colleague.